Ministry of Justice, people we work very closely with. As of 2 years ago, the foundation, we wrote a comprehensive report on our activity and our intended activity to the then on the Secretary of Justice in the person of Mefram Abarak. She was the Justice Ministry, State Ministry, Minister. And we
Abarak or
Abarak. And we got a reply for her stating that they have received our letters and our correspondence and they are willing to work with us. Ministry of Justice is a broad ministry. What do we do with the ministry? We work with the Department of DTV, in short, but this through care and betrayal. Our contact person in that ministry is the director himself, in the name of Mr. Yam Palan. Yam Palan has been of tremendous help to the foundation in various areas. Empowerment classes that we started in the foundation was as a result of his support. Based on the issue that most Africans or most Alitonas, foreigners that live in Amsterdam or within, are of this idea that they don't want to go home forcefully because of longevity of staying out of their country. They have stayed out of their country for a long period of time that most of them cannot be able to access the proper way of having their residence permit. So for that reason, they are living in our community undocumented. Most of them has fallen into problem and they are in prison. And most of them have refused to go back to their various countries as a result of shame and what they expect to happen if they happen to be taken back home. So for that reason, we came in contact with Mr. Yampola, who is the director of DTV, and we started with this program of finding a dialogue whereby we can be able to train and assist illegal migrants and undocumented migrants in our community with empowerment skills, so that when they go back to their various countries, that they can go back with a skill to start off something. That was the bridge which we have with the Ministry of Justice. We started with the empowerment class of ICT, which was headed by Mr. Guzar. He has been tutoring this class for the past 2 years, spread out with students from various countries, but on the background that they doesn't have their Vekuning in the Netherlands. On seeing the progress of these classes, the empowerment classes, we progress now to the situation whereby we have computer combined with language class. That is Dutch. Why Dutch? To an undocumented migrant. Language is a power tool for anybody living in a foreign land. We felt it was as well very important for us to indulge in that aspect of empowerment, so that most people who are from our background, who spend the whole day and evening, who spend days and evening without being useful,
take it later from videos.
who can be able to
Some point
have
you can take
somewhere,
it from video also later.
can be able to have somewhere to go to. For the past 4 months now, thereabout, we have been busy with the language classes. We have a group, a starters group, that has been busy every Wednesday afternoon. Involved in this class, 16 students, heavily committed and willing to learn. The important thing is that if these students are given the opportunity to learn this language in a proper way and find a job, is there opportunity or is there chances that they might come out from crime? That is a big question. But this is a trial that the foundation want to be able to practicalize and ask if this opportunity is given to them in a proper setting. Can it be able to turn these people around? So basically, now what we do is that we work with freiwilligers, volunteers, who are putting in time and their own money to make sure that these classes goes on unhindered. That is for the justice ministry. We work with the justice ministry in the area whereby those who are willing to go back home willingly on their own terms as a result of ill health, as a result of that they are feeling that they are not being useful, as a result that they have found a skill here, they have learned something, they have acquired knowledge, and they want to go home and start up with a small scale SME, small scale enterprise. We work with the Ministry of Justice to able to acquire a soft loan, travel expenses like ticket, through their work with International Organization for Migrants, that is IOM, to be able to know how we can be able to access some funds for these individuals so that they can be able to be properly useful when they return. The good report and testimonies that come from these people will be able to tell people who are here stuck to be able to take such move. So that is part of the program that we have with the Ministry of Justice. So far, it needs fund. Funding is important in this program because tutors and volunteers need to be encouraged. And that is the area where mostly we are working on to see partners come to support. Some of the computers and some of the ITC materials we are using are all outdated, but we have to do with it because some of them were donated by the Ministry of Justice themselves. But having said that, we might in the future be needing some of the updated materials so that we can be able to give proper tutor to these students so that they can be able to have proper knowledge of what we're teaching them in order to be able to be equipped properly to carry it back to start something. So on that note, I tell you, the work that we do and things that we do with the ministry is broad. We are working with the ministry in order to start visiting correctional centers, like they call them here, confinement centers, the prisons. Mr. Poyang has been able to arrange that we visit the prison confinement in Harlem, the prison confinement in Tibok, and the one I think the one in the boat, Zandam.
Also the one in
Ovdrop.
Yeah,
So there are about three professional prisons that Goodwill is working on to have access to go and visit some of these undocumented migrants who are being held there for months or for weeks, for years, to give them words of encouragement and as well to help them assess about what they left behind, because it is one thing to be in prison, and it's also one thing for you to have at the back of your mind that your clothes or your shoe or your bag is safe. It's safe somewhere. So we are working relentlessly to see to it that those who are confined in the walls of the prison, for the fact that they are undocumented, that whatever thing they have outside, they will not lose when they are going back or eventually have to go back. That at least they will have a coffer with their clothes. So we are working closely with the ministry to see how we can be a bridge, a spiritual help to these people. Go pray with them once in a while with our chaplains here in the foundation. So that is a major fact. To give them hope, like our slogan said, wherever we can. That involves a lot of sponsoring. Going to these places, in and out, transportation, it needs partnering. So we need a lot of people to partner with us in this area for us to be able to bring this to a reality. Our next partners are Hamilton Amsterdam, under the auspices of our local government, that is Stadsdale, Amsterdam, Southoost, where the stichting is situated. Hamilton Amsterdam is the overhead Hamilton in the region. But in our locality, Hamilton Southoost, that is Southoost, has been a wonderful partner. They have not just been a partner in the sense that they have been giving us subsidies. We have not qualified for any subsidy yet, but they have been quite helpful in order to ensure that our stay in the premises of our office has been taken care of. They have made sure that what we do here, that we have their full support. From the time of the four-seater Everest Suite to the time now that we are of Marcus Van Rose, they have been quite supportive. We have had time, sleepless time, in discussion with them on how we can be able to improve on the relationship. Stardust Southoost has been helpful in areas that we network with other organizations which are under their auspices, such as DWE, Deans, Werek, and Incoma. We work as well with organizations as skilled Verenigings like MADI. These are organizations like Pentecostal Protestant Diaconia. These are organizations that work under Starsdale Southeast, and they are networking organizations that we partner with in order that the work which we do, members of the public and those who reside within the community can be able to have full knowledge of what we do. Our fourth partners in this are the lawyers. We have from the Chamber Van Appia van Van Lede in Overtoon, 323. They have been the advocate of this organization for a period of time. We worked with Mr. Marion Peters in order to assess legal concept for ladies who are here for prostitution. We have worked with Mr. Appia on issues of people who have applied for resident permit through health issues. We have worked with Mr. Appia on issues about people who have been comprehended or who have been apprehended within our community, and he has been of great help. Most of these cases he has done on issues of vrijwilligers, that's volunteer, and most of them we have not been able to pay because he has been part of what we do here. Mr. Appia, Mr. Fallenin, and Mevrouw Esther, Mevrouw Marion Peters has been all of this chamber, and they have done tremendous well to be our lawyers in various cases that we have presented to them. Till now, we have sent not less than 500 cases involving various aspects of civil and criminal cases to these lawyers, and they have responded with help, gone to court. They have done litigations on our behalf, and we are proud for what they have done with the foundation. Our fourth partners, our fifth partners are the Heart Arts. The Heart Arts here within the community. We have our first Heart Arts as Dr. Roy Westerborg from the Heart Arts Centrum or Medical Centrum Kraines. Dr. Roy has been a partner to the foundation from the beginning. He has helped us with members of our communities who does not have any form of Visecrin insurance. Most of people who have been sick, who have HIV, those who have tuberculosis, those who have hernia, those who have been attacked, Dr. Westerborg has been of tremendous help, and he has treated most of these people and giving them all kind of medical assistance without any form of payment. We have as well in the medical team or the medical partnership Dr. Francis Osondu Ubole, F.O. Ubole. He is of Kemprin Medical Center. Dr. Ubole has been a partner with this foundation from the onset. He has assisted a lot of people from African descent who have suffered various forms of disease and medical issue and treated them without any form of payment. He has been a wonderful partner to the organization. But having said that, they are all in the team, but they are dormant. They are not everyday members of the board, but they have always been there whenever they are being called upon to assist. These are some of the few things that the foundation is heavily involved in doing. In the year 2000,
About pickups, donations, all this.
Come up later.
it is important that I emphasize that we have been quite active in distribution of fairly used clothes, furniture, computers, household utensils to people. This is one of the primary works that we feel we do here in the foundation. The problem that we have been able to entertain a few of the last months has been a place where people can be able to access and be able to have a pickup from these materials. We do send out to various countries in the world and crisis zones where people most need these things. But it has been of great importance that we know that people have responded tremendously in donation of clothes, of furniture, of household utensils, of various things to people. But we need people, we need partners in order to partner with us in the area of sending out some of this. We need partners to partner with us in posting out of these things to the people who need it most. And as well, we need partners for us to be able to display to the people who are here in the Netherlands, who will have need for these things. So our major problem in this area of our activity is a display point. Number two is courier services that can help us bring this to affected zones or crisis zones where people most need this. Because we have the donations, but we don't have means of bringing this thing to the people that need it most. So these are the important issues that we are going to work in the year 2011 to make sure that these things, these aspects of it are concreted, so that we can be able to have a good logistics procedure, that when we have a box, we can easily send it to Ogbomosho, or we can send it to Prague in India, or as there's issue here in Benghazi in Libya. People who have their need for them can be able to access it. Just like other world organizations are sending things through courier services, we want to have partners with some of these courier services that can be able to help us make sure that these things get to the people who need them most. So it is important. What we are doing just a little. But if we have proper partners, we can be able to reach as many people as possible. And that is important that we work on that area in the year that we have just started. So having said that, there is a need for us to understand that in a foundation, it is not a money yielding foundation. It is a foundation that needs help. We need help in order that the work can be actualized. Because the work that we are doing without any form of keeping back. We are putting everything into. In this work now, we have people from the social things. We have people from schools whom we are bekleiding, we are training as stagiaires. We are training some people in the art of hairdressing. We want to progress to train people in the form of sewing, cloth making, so that they can have knowledge that if there is an opportunity for them to go back to their country, that they can be enhanced and they can be useful. It is important that we have partners who can invest in these areas so that we can be able to take more people. We have 2 stagiaires from ROC school here in Amsterdam Southcoast. They have to be equipped with in-work experience that can enable them when they go to the real market, job market, they must have enough experience. So if they don't have activities to engage them on a daily basis, they might not have so much. And for them to have activity that will engage them, we must be busy with our partners. And the partners, we beseech them as they listen or as they are going to read through these notes, that we are expecting to have people who will come boldly to be part of this vision.
Yeah, they can be sponsors or financial sponsors.
Yes,
or
that is the partnership.
The partnership
We
sponsors.
need people who can partner with us and see our book, ask for report on monthly, on quarterly, or on a yearly basis to find out what is going on with the resources they have invested in this program. So it is important, as you listen or as you read through this, you must know that every help that you bring into the foundation will seriously be rewarded. I must tell you, people are in need of it. There are people in India, there are people in West Africa, there are people in East Africa, there are people in the Middle East who need this help. And we stand here as a group willing to put in 100% to make sure that every help that comes in here reach those people. There is a need for those who are residing in the city, in the country, without the proper residence permit, to be able to have this information that we can help equip you with skills and empowerment knowledge, that you can be able to prepare yourself and plan ahead of the future. Your two comes is most belonging. That is what is most important, not where you are now. And that's what we are doing here in the foundation. It is not about where you are now or what has happened to you yesterday. It's about what can your future bring for you. So the more you come in the in-loop break, that is in the discussion time, which we have every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday, between the hours of 10 in the morning till 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Within these days, these 3 days, you can come in at any time, knock, and just be part of the discussion. You can speak with the secretary, you can speak with the ICT manager, you can speak with the president and other members of the board who will give you detailed information about how you can plan your program for the future. Because most people have been here for too long, they have lost the sight of what they want to do. So what we do here is work together hand in hand, palm to palm, with the government structured organizations in order to give these people a head. So we need everyone who is reading and who are watching to be part of what we are doing here. Because we cannot do this thing without a proper structured partners who will say, we give you this to give us this result. But if we have them properly structured, we are ready to give you a report monthly, quarterly, or yearly to make sure that whatever thing that you have invested in the life of the people that are in need will be properly accounted for. So I think this is the basic of our opening meeting for the year 2011. And I believe strongly that we can work from here, and our partners can help us, and we can be able to break it in segments, portion it out, who and where. It is not about how many people stays in the board. It's about how many people are willing to invest their time and their knowledge in order to turn people and change people around. So it is of very great importance that everybody, when I say everybody, I mean everybody, put in their best, and the best of somebody, it can only be seen when you start seeing the result. Lives being affected for good. The community where we live being safer. And people beginning to love and cherish the land where they find themselves. So it is of importance that we all as a team work hand in hand. Without one, the other one cannot function properly. Without the other one cannot function properly. So we have to see it as a challenge to make this a reality and work better than it has worked years back. So this is the 5th year of the foundation, and I believe it is a very powerful number, and we can use this year in order to actualize most of the things that we have proposed to do and bring in more people to see where we are going. And I believe strongly, God's willingly, this year we bring the Goodwill Homage Foundation closer to the government of this land, and as well government of various lands that we come from, to be able to use us as consultants in some of the issues and problems that has affected this government that they have not been able to have answers to. We at the foundation can be able to use our vast knowledge of talking to people. Every day we talk to people with problems. And with that is a vast knowledge. We can use that in order to help stand out as a consultant and help organizations and even government structures in order to be able to know the issue that affect the people they are governing. So I think with this we can start off our meeting and say we are here this year to be able to move swiftly. We are moving swiftly. All those we are going to have as our students, as our workers, everybody must have in mind that it is a new term, it's a new beginning, it's a new procedure for the foundation. No more lackluster attitude, no more just going there just to sit out and drink tea and coffee and write and watch internet. It is work, and we must bring work here, and we must achieve something out in this year 2011. Thank you very much. So that is it. So that's comprehensive. Habia is